New York.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food. When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food. Cooler Runnings Restaurant would like to introduce you to our brand new vegetarian grill and juice bar called Cooler Runnings Vegetarian Grill. Located at 1785 Nerid Avenue at the corner of Nerid and Wickham Avenues in the Bronx. Across from the original Cooler Runnings Restaurant. We're open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. We specialize in the best authentic vegetarian dishes, which contain no animal byproducts. Our menu includes Ito stew, tofu, veggie chunks, and our exclusive in-house vegetarian patties. For our full menu, you can visit our website at or you can give us a call at 929-265-3392. We are also available on Uber Eats for your convenience. Stop by and remember, at Cooler Runnings Vegetarian Grill, customer service is our #1 priority.
For 2 days, the 5 o'clock hour is hot on Fit FM 96.7, www.fitfmja.com. Your life, your music with Lady D, Denise Gomez, Inside the Zone. Catch me on Monday at 5 p.m. for the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. And on Friday, yes, at 5 p.m. for Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. From abroad to yard, Trelawney, me love on you. Oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, I tell you, I tell you, I tell you, tell you, tell you, tell you, tell you, tell you. Yes, 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 that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. It is Monday, 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 Monday. Have you breathed a sigh of relief yet? It's the start of the work week. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Monday Drive on Inside the Zone with yours truly, Lady D, Denise Gomez Green. Good evening. Hello. How are you? What's going on? Inside the Zone family, come on in, come on in, come on in. It's another Monday. And you know what that means, don't you? 2 hours. Two. Yes, hours of engaging conversations, uplifting vibes, yes, and meaningful connections. Right here on Inside the Zone. Are you connecting for the very first time? You're in for a treat. Hop on to the donkey. Let's ride, let's gallop, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This month, you know, we're discussing themes that touch every heart. Like family wellness and child month in the month of May. Yes. So whether you're tuning in from Mount Vernon, New York, or the Bronx, New York, Jamaica, Queens, Jamaica, West Indies, Barbados, or anywhere else in the globe, across the globe, this is your space. Yes, it is. To reflect, recharge, you know, and reconnect with the people who matter most. That's us. That's me. A big shout out to our proud sponsor, Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant. Yes, man, they're located at 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Have you ever been? Have you ever called? Have you ever stopped by and say, oh, I'm going to pass by later on? This is the store that Lady D talks about. Yes, that very restaurant there. They bring you the authentic taste of Jamaica. While we bring you, yes, man, the conversations that matter. So while you're on the go and you stop by and you purchased your breakfast, lunch, your dinner, then as you're listening to us, you know, yeah, you're saying, oh my goodness, I need to call in. I like that topic. So we're live on the Inside the Zone with Lady D YouTube channel. And we simulcast this evening on Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. That's www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. And also Fit FM 96 or 96. We live in foreign. 96.7 in Stewart Castle in Duncan's Trelawney, Jamaica. Plus, you know, you can catch us on Linkage Radio via TuneIn, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. A whole lot of choices you have. Options galore. So we want you to stay locked this evening because we're celebrating the strength of family, the well-being of our children, and the power of community. Boy, I can write. Yes, man, I have to big up myself when I put pen to paper. So let's get into the conversation, or conversations rather, because we're going to get it rolling. I'd like to acknowledge my co-producer and my husband, Mr. Evil Green. He brainstorms and I write. What a team. It used to be just me, remember? So welcome everyone. Our telephone number to call us here in the Linkage Radio studio is 914-268-6148 or 876-219-3474. How was your Mother's Day, moms? I hope you were treated royally. We went to church. I went home and dropped like I fell into a piece of sleep. I sleep for about 4 hours. I'm like, what? When I wake up, it was almost 9:30. But for those of you who were treated nicely, we did our thing at church yesterday, which was very nice. And I hope you were treated. You got your flowers. You were taken out to dinner, breakfast, or lunch. Or they came over and cooked for you. Whatever you did, I hope it went well. If you had to work, then surely they're going to do, a treat later on. Yeah. So I hope you have that locked in. What do we have in store for you this evening? Let me tell you what's going on. The Monday Beat is here, and we're chasing those Monday blues out of here, man, with some power-packed playlist for you, because it's Ladies Music Monday. And good vibes. So good, so good. We'll have you forgetting that it's even Monday. Can you imagine? Then in Community and Immigration Update, advice on how to strengthen your immigration case. So, because it's, let me rephrase this now. Since it is Child Month and also Family Wellness Month, we're tying in everything into that healthy lifestyle bit, right? So for Child Month this evening, in many parts of the world, including Jamaica, May is celebrated as Child Month. This month, long observation is dedicated to raising awareness about children's needs and their rights, encouraging people to advocate for their well-being and protection. And we do have some interesting talking points for you, which will cause you to dial the phone, because when it comes on to children, I don't know who does not get agitated about it when things are not going right for them. Keeping you in the know, as you know, at 6 o'clock, news happenings and facts, government initiatives, community developments, and national updates, keeping you connected to Jamaica's progress and the stories shaping our nation. That's in Keeping You in the Know, courtesy of us. News headlines for you. In Voices, real talk, real people, real issues. Unspoken wounds. WOUNDS. Understanding the resentment between adult children and their parents. So we are locking in everything. Lock. So let's start the show 21 minutes after 5 o'clock. Welcome, everyone. It's Inside the Zone. If you are joining us for the very first time, this is where I sing for you. Happy birthday. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, somebody out there. Happy birthday to you. You're celebrating your wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary. My dear. Yes, happy anniversary to you. And what I'd like to say to people, because, I'm a few months into this wonderful experience, and I know I have years to go. But I can tell you something, that if you're not, so maybe you didn't go in with great expectations, and I'm still in the anniversary greeting, by the way. But if you did not enter your relationship with clear, concise perspective, discussions, etc., and you would like something, but you don't know how to say it, how to ask, you need to ask. So that your partner will realize that, I can't just dish out anything. You ask respectfully. So I'm hoping those of you who feel, me 40 years in, what? If you would like to get something really, really great for your wedding anniversary, you need to talk up. So I'll leave that there. Happy anniversary to you, and I hope things are going exceptionally well. Then a baby was born somewhere in the world today. Life came into the world, and we're so glad. So birthday, wedding anniversary, baby was born. And I know that there are people who It's not such a good time. You're in a very sad space because you lost a loved one. And we know how it go. Many of us have gotten the wind knocked out of us from a death news. And so we want to extend our condolences to you and to let you know that we understand. But think about the great times. And there must be some. So no matter what. So welcome to the show. It's the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know, in the city. You walk, drive, and reside. I'd like to pop over to my YouTube channel. I'm so early I could fly. Pop over to my YouTube channel, and Pat was first in line. She says, good evening. Happy Motivational Monday, everyone. Thank you, Pat. And she says, special greeting to Lady D Gomez Green and co-host Evel Green. Then my co-producer himself, he pops in to greet everybody. And also my girl, Sherns. Oh, my word. Sherns. What a show we had this past Saturday. It was amazing. We delved into motherhood, the good parts, the not so good parts, the parts that need to be restored, and why things happen the way they do. Jackie shed a little tear. It was just awesome. You don't know what you're missing on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock EST. You need to hop on over. It was so good this past Saturday. So thanks to the girls for keeping it going with me. Also want to say hi to my king. He says, my queen is blue. Monday look sweet. Oh my gosh, you just know how to make it all look good. Thank you, king. One thing I can depend on him, you know. He will boost up the ego. Left, right, and center. So good evening, everyone. Thank you. Let's start the show. It's 25 minutes after 5 o'clock. We got 5 minutes to go. Yes, man. So I'd like to welcome you. And it's my Ladies Music Monday. So I have all kinds of tunes here this evening. I just felt like going there. Yes. So wherever you are, good evening. And I'm about to just say, hey, let's roar. Okay, my music is, my selection rather, it's doing its thing, so I'm going to keep doing mine. But nevertheless, it is my Ladies Music Monday, and I want to welcome everybody to the show this evening. So while I'm waiting for you to get it together, I just want to remind you that this evening promises to be an engaging show, which means we need your voices. I'd like to remind my YouTubers that it's so important for you to be a part of the conversation piece. I know you like to sit, relax, and watch. But our telephone number, if I may remind you, it is 914-268-6148. That's 914-268 6148. So don't forget to be a part of the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. If you may allow me, my system is doing what it's doing. Hence, I had to pause in playing the selection that I have lined up just for you. And it should be restored in a few minutes. So let's see what's going on here.
Seems complete. Stand up and assert.
Okay, so while we are waiting, okay, so alrighty, so we'll keep rolling here. I want to share my selections that I have for you in the Monday beat, but whatever is going on is not working for me at this moment. And so I'm going to make a third attempt. Failing that, I'll just keep moving. Is that all right with you?
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open.
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna hop out of this and let me go over here and say welcome once again to the show. So at 5:29 p.m., I am just gonna get into, because it appears I'm having some challenges. So you stick and stay with me. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Let's see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay with me. I have to make a quick adjustment here, so stay with me. Okay, let's see here.
Always try to give. Don't ever
Well, you always have to find a plan B. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. So, until I get a matter sorted out to my left, let's keep the show rolling. So welcome. If you're tuning in to Linkage Radio, would like to welcome you. Did you know that Linkage Radio is your budding and buzzing station 24/7, 365 days for the year? If you didn't know, now you know. And man, we know how to roll over here, so I'd like to welcome you. Also, I do have community and immigration update, but until I get this matter sorted out, then I'm just going to keep rolling. Now, I mentioned earlier that we do have, or welcome if you're new, I'd like to say hi. If you're an oldie, I'd like to say you're at the right place as always. Now, let's take you to the Child Month feature until I get things going on this end. So we're going to start talking a little earlier than we're accustomed to. But nevertheless, did I tell you the telephone number? 914-268-6148. That's 914-268-6148. In Child Month, in many parts of the world, including Jamaica, May is celebrated as Child Month. And this month-long observation is dedicated to raising awareness about children's needs and their rights, encouraging people to advocate for their well-being and protection. Now, for several years across the Caribbean and the world, this is a global issue. Matters pertaining to children have always been on the table. And when we thought about doing this segment, it dawned on me that in our communities, so it could be Jamaica, anywhere else in the world, we wonder why. The thought hit me that when you live in a community and a child is murdered, a child goes missing, a child is left out in the cold, a child has no support. It can be internal, meaning in their families, not to mention externally, in all the variables I just mentioned. So, whether it's for them to eat, attend school, because we know how important literacy is. We grew up in Jamaica and we joked about it, that they might give you your name Pambola, which simply means you can't read. There are no letters of the alphabet that is familiar to you. So there are things concerning children that it is so overwhelming when you read a headline. A child is thrown from a balcony. A child is abducted. A child is raped. These kinds of heart-wrenching stories and real facts that we hear about children, it weakens us to the point where we say, so the community in which we live, we don't look out for each other. Here is a scenario of a boy living in a community who, it is a well-known fact, is preying, preying, on people in the community. And he also goes and he molests a child. And sometimes the parents know, the family know, they know that this child has this compulsion to do things that are just wrong. But somehow we cover it up. We cover it up. So at what point does a community become so concerned that they say, not on our watch, this is not going to happen anymore? And then, not only that, but sometimes the child is told to don't say a word. If you talk about it, it's going to bring the family shame and disgrace. So that's the hard part of it, when a child has to suffer in silence. So Child Month, while we may want to look at it that, yes, children are excelling, and when a child is excelling and doing well and they are in a safe space, that goes without saying. But what happens to the ones that nobody advocating for? Can you ever wonder about it? You may go back to a time when you were growing up in your community, where I remember growing up and they had community watch. And then, if you talk about education, there was a community that if you had your extra lessons after school, wherever you went to, people would walk with you home to ensure that you get home safely. There are so many moving parts to this whole thing here. And then there are children who, they have nowhere to go. They don't have nobody. So they become the preys on the streets. So the basic needs, access to food, access to shelter, health care, education, everything is just gone awry, nothing working for them. And we read headlines all the time. There's never a day we don't take up, especially the nation that I'm from, that something is not happening with a child. So in Child Month this month, we have to think about the social, the psychological, the emotional needs of children. And who is there? There are children's homes. I shared on Saturday, which is, I'm not afraid to share it, to say that, when my parents' marriage failed, my mother could manage. And she placed me and my sister in a children's home. But those people were just off the chain nice. Miss Denny looked after us with her children, and then she had a school, and we didn't feel like we didn't fit. None of us at that children's home didn't feel like we didn't fit until I went to penance to my grandparents. But if you have nobody to rescue you, what happened? So I'd like us to talk this evening. What are your concerns? And could you provide us with some solutions that we could make note of and submit somewhere? Because we can have all these discussions, and if we don't have any end result to recommend, we just talk. We just talk. So it's Child Month, and we have to advocate. We can advocate from afar, in writing, in meetings. We can do all of that. But I often wonder what happened to the people in the community. If everybody just did, nobody saying nothing. Who know? And then people are just raging, that kind of internal turmoil on people's lives with their children. So give me a call, 914-268-6148, 914-268-6148. because we have to discuss it this evening. And when you call me, tell me what your thoughts are. Because every month that Child Month comes around, it just doesn't happen because it's on the calendar. Because I'm sure many of you have family who has children in Jamaica. And the last thing we want to get a news. We don't want to get any news about anything that has happened to a child. Good evening, welcome, how are you?
First, I must say belated good evening, belated or whatever, Mother's Day to you, Lady D.
You know something, Yam Lady, I'm thankful to you for it. Can I tell you, most of you know that I have a son and he passed. Would you believe it took me a few years to receive that kind of a greeting? Because I didn't know what to say. You know, because, at first I didn't know how to respond. Somebody say, Happy Mother's Day, Lady D. I don't know what to say.
We are all mothers. This is just what the word I want to use. We use it to make money because every day you's a mother. From you's a mother, every day you is a mother.
Yes, ma'am, I receive it.
It's not only one special day for the year.
Right.
And let me go fast because I know you have a very,
then
good program here with the children.
Okay.
Right there, Lady D, you hit the point. I turn off my stove to come and listen when I heard you talking about the children.
Okay.
First, my thing is, learning begins at home. And we cannot compare the past we can, but to dwell, because remember, in our days growing up, you can't, even if you knew your mother or your father and someone out there have a little foot, you can't go out there and rude to that person. Mm-hmm. Because that same person will whip your bottom and send you home. And when you go home, you cannot say no because you're going to get a whipping too. Mm-hmm. But now, it is not like that now, Lady B, because even in the school, the teacher cannot speak to a child because the parents, they don't care. Because the parents would come in, meet them at the gate, or some of them brave enough to come in the classroom to hurt the teacher. So, my other thing is, the government, they need more social workers and more counselors in school in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. The community, as you said, that's my opinion, why the community is not really saying something when they knew something is going on, because they're afraid of their lives. Mm-hmm. They're afraid for their lives, and because you have these dons in the area where whatever they say goes. And they are the ones looking for which child to rape and whatever. Because they know the mother won't say anything. Look on the 9-year-old that they killed on Saturday.
That's right. There you go.
He is a rapist. Mm-hmm. He went to jail and everything. Not only kill the child, but put the child in a jumbo barrel.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, the body.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 weeks before, there were another incident there in Jamaica with the 14-year-old. I don't know if they catch the perpetrator yet, because there were $2 million reward out for the person who killed, the person who shot that 14-year-old. So we need something stringent thing to be done where the government set law and order. We're not talking about politics. We're talking about law and order. What goes for the geese goes for the gander. Mm-hmm. So we need that approach in Jamaica. My big thing in Jamaica is the elderly and the children. You understand? Because I see them roaming the street, and they would do anything to get something to eat. So we
hold on.
say,
Yam lady, hold your thought. Don't hang up. Let me acknowledge a beep I'm hearing in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, please give me a moment. I am actually rebooting a machine here. Hence, I am not able to pick up multiple calls at the moment. So Yam Lady's wrapping up her conversation with me, and then the line will be open for someone else to call. It's one of those evenings, and the show keeps moving. Yes, Yam Lady.
So that is my little goals on it, and what I'm seeing in Jamaica, because I just come back from there Saturday.
Yes, ma'am.
And when I go down, I can't tell when I go to the beach. I carry on my bathsuit every time. I never get to get a shower. We'll talk, Lady D.
Okay.
We will talk.
Thank you, Yam
Very,
Lady.
very interesting topic you have there this evening.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, that's the Yam Lady for you. All right, you may give me a call, 914. And please, ladies and gentlemen, once I don't acknowledge, there is something going on. All right, here we go again. Good evening to you. Welcome to the Monday Drive.
Hi, Lady D. Good afternoon. So this is your silent caller.
All right. How silent
This is
are
Marie.
you? Oh, Marie! Yes, Marie.
Yes, I'm sitting at my desk, but I worked in child welfare for years, and the children were, for me, very important. They still are, but I no longer work in child welfare. But I just wanted to say, shame and stigma sometimes is the reason why some of these things are not reported.
Oh.
And I am going to say of something that I know personally that happened years ago, and then I'm going to hang up. I know of a young girl inside of one of these communities in Jamaica, and I had gone down and I found out what was happening with this young girl with one of the dons in the community. And I had reached out to someone really high up in the political sphere to say, this is happening, what can be done? Of course, nothing was done. This young lady, her mother eventually was able to take her away from the situation. The mother could not do anything. Her hands were tied, and she was there. And now this young lady lives in the United States, and this young lady has suffered. I'm sure that there is PTSD and all kind of trauma
going on.
And she acts out now, and it's like they can't figure out why she's acting out. It's because of what happened. But it's shame and stigma in families too, because there's a shame to this.
Yes, of course.
And how would I want to report my own family member to say they are doing this? The shame and the stigma that could come back. So I think that plays a part of that. I'm not saying it's all of it, but it plays a part. And then when it comes from power, when it comes from a place of power, who wants to wrestle with power? Who wants to challenge power? Because we want to think it comes from high, powerful places sometimes.
Yes.
And I remember someone had said years ago that sometimes in some of these communities, the young girls are marked from their young. And parents and mothers are told that they are being groomed for certain things.
Now you see that though.
So it's,
and they're not groomed for anything. That's good.
No, they're being groomed sexually for an older. Well, if you're old, you're older because it's the young girls. You've been 9, 10, 11, 12, and you're being groomed. And mother had better turn you over.
If not, there's a
if
consequence.
you want to live in that community. There are consequences. So there's a whole wide range of things that happen in cases like these, and it's just very sad because our children are so innocent.
Hey, that's where I am. Marie, and I'm so appreciative that you have called, because I said once that when we are children, Marie, and we are playing together in the community, from birth, boys and girls, we are playing. And then as we get older, the boys who are influenced by older men start to send a certain message to these boys, and suddenly they no longer see you as their little playmates anymore. Mm-hmm. They see you as a target. Mm-hmm. And so the boys in the community, which is why sometimes the girls get caught, because if you tell me to come by where you live, it's the same house I've always gone to, and you find a way to lure me there under false pretense and abuse me. The same little boy who you sit together in the same class, you go to church, all of those things. And as they get older, because I heard it in my community, you would hear the grown men when we're little girls and our breasts start to show, you hear them start drop little innuendos all over the place. One time I had to run up to my house and tell my grandmother that I heard a certain gentleman down at the bar. And she sent and called him. I think the man barely looked at me after that. So sometimes it's an evil place that we get to when the same little girl and boy are no longer seen that way, and they pounce. So thank you, Marie.
Yes, and just want to say this. One of the things that has happened also is that social media has sexualized so many of our children way ahead of their time. So all of these things playing. But thank you. It's my first time calling you, but I'm at work. And I said, I can call you on my work phone and listen on my cell phone. So I'll go back to doing that. Lady, I thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much I enjoy your program in the evenings and on a Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All righty. You may give me a call, 914-216. I'm yet to, 914-268. I apologize. 6148. Alrighty, let's see who wants to talk to me. Good evening. It's Monday, the Monday Drive.
My queen.
Sir, good evening to you.
Well, let me answer one of your many questions. Yes, they caught the killer. The Prime Minister now was thinking about raising the reward money. So they caught the killer, that you asked about, if they caught him. Yes, because the Prime Minister was also they need to pay up the money now.
Okay.
And they must raise the money so it gets higher, so more people calling about the criminal then.
Okay, and I gather he was caught. Whatever. Thank you for the PSA. How are you?
The second thing, I'm doing wonderful. Thanks. Don't you feel the sun is shining right outside?
Absolutely. I can see it from my vantage point here.
Okay. Well, Queen, number one, it's a thing called poverty. In our country, it's poverty. All of these come through poverty. Because me sure say, you now go for Jacksonville and Beverly Hills and all of the hills, them, and the gardens where you say, no, rich man Pitney missing and no rich man Pitney target. Next thing, you have some parents where leave them Pitney with stepfather. And all these things, and Pitney gonna live with stepmother and father with stepmother. And all these things happen to you, and then they plan Pitney where they say, I know for him Pitney and that Pitney, they happen to go and live in the same house. So one of the Pitney are female and one when a female. All them things that happen, Queen.
Yes.
All them things happen. I know if I live in case where the Pitney come down with massive aneurysm. And you would like to know for them talk about that other people work for the Pitney that Pitney don't know how to live with the situation.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Yes.
All these things happen, and as one calls a family member in there. and refuse to talk. I had just to say to one person, go beyond the upholder of the wrongdoer. Go beyond to them when the time comes, because them is just as wicked as the ones who commit the crime.
I agree with you.
And I'm a business. It is our business when a child is being molested in any way, shape, or form.
I agree with
and
you.
And a lot of people talk about, and I'm a business, me no want to get in a trouble, me no want this, but just go beyond to you when the judgment comes, because you're done in a trouble already. It's sad, Queen, it's sad. Me don't know what these men get out of these little girls. Me don't know what, I don't know what they get out of these little girls or these little boys. Only God knows. Because I say, nothing like a picture can make love like an adult.
There you go.
I feel balling. Me always tell people, say, me could have never deal with the balling.
Yes.
The moment you grab the picnic talk back, and number one, know you. Number one, you see this aggressive movement where they go cheering pan. So I pay balling.
I hear you.
So simply means no one evil source, because if a crime and balling get you going, man, something is wrong with you.
Right. And as again, I know it's a global thing. You see the news here in the Bronx? When you watch the news in the Bronx, some vile something happening here. But because we're not in that space, we feel comfortable. What is taking place in Jamaica and in other Caribbean islands, no different from what's happening here. I always go to that.
I'm telling you.
I always go to that. We talk about, oh my God, what's happening in Jamaica? Take it from me. If you pay attention close enough, you'll realize.
Yeah. And on the flip side, Queen, some of these parents, when you see these little baby girls coming from school, number one, my daughter now go to school under nail and eyelash. That now go happening in my house. I just can't understand, where are these parents? Why are you making this child looking like a grown woman before time? Nails and eyelash and big hairstyle. My thing is my role, when it's my perception, we say I hope them big in them book just as them big in their fashion. Because these are babies. And these are things coming out of houses where somebody lives. Unless them put on something else when them leave the house, and when them go up on the school, but them change into something else. But something not right, Queen. Something not right.
I know. Well, thank you.
Remember first time, my mother had never met my little sister alone go shop. And mostly we have to go shop. My little sister them never get to go no wood bush go look nothing. Now you see these little girls gone them all over the place by themselves, and you're like, wonder what happened? Where the parents done there?
Yeah.
Everybody want to go mall, everybody want to go park.
But here the thing, that's why I'm saying, that each decade we experience something far more gross. Each decade we experience something that supersedes the decade before. When I can only talk about yard because that's where I was raised. But I know that in Penance, there was a time when if I am going down to the river, my favorite spot, one of them, I could walk through Miss Linny backyard and go down that rugged path, stone, dirt, hilltop, what have you, and go down there and go get water if we had water lock-offs or if we're just going to river. And I would walk back up by myself. And that's what the community did. And sometimes other boys would pass me on the way, and all we do is hail up each other and go about our business. Nobody was pulling nobody into no bush. So times
to me, Queen,
changed.
the penalty now fit the crime. The penalty now fit the crime. The penalty not fit the crime. The matter about human rights. After you kill the man pitney or the woman pitney, what kind of human rights you deserve? You need to be carried to the square and everybody chop off a piece.
Well, I thank you. I hear someone else calling me because I'm.
All right,
I'm
you run
fine.
along, Queen. You're looking hot though. Mr. CEO for the anniversary, you better make sure and go deep down in my pocket. You tell him, me warned him before. All right, honey bunny, you're looking fabulous.
Oh, Lord. Good evening to you. Hello. Hello, hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, a very pleasant good evening to you, my dear heart, Hortons. How you do? Hello?
Clarendon,
You mean in my parish? So I had the headline queued to read for 6 o'clock, but as you know, we're just rolling with the show right now because you use wisdom. So I had it queued to be read, but then what I was gonna read would not have been the most recent update. So you're telling me where they killed him in Clarendon?
Yes.
Where?
I don't know where in Clarendon, but it's this morning they kept killing in Clarendon. It was a dead long time.
All right then, so take time.
We say the mother come out and say, he better give up himself, turn in himself, because if she even catch him in Ago Pretty, that I will yesterday, I say, which she talk, right? And let me tell you, if the community will catch him, God going at him, because it's not the first thing to it. Because somebody called me 6 times in the one way got jail for the 1-year-old one and bite her in her back. Yes? It's a vampire.
So that's what I'm saying. How these, you know, how a person's mind can get so warped with evil. Evil. Yes.
Well, he should never get, what they call it, bail, because all the lawyer will bail by the judge who will tell him he should have got prison.
Oh my God. But you know, again, we all have to understand that in the legal world, there is someone to defend you and there's someone to prosecute you. Right? So even though we would like to cast the brimstone, legally it has to go through a process all the time. The only time it doesn't get to the process is if there is a vigilante action that is executed, and we know what that means.
We say, you know, for waste no money about her go bury him. Just dig one hole, drop him in the same way we're in dead, and throw gas on him and light him.
All right, then, Hortens, me hear you. Take time. Take time, take time. All right, I hear somebody else trying to get me, but you're good, though. I thank you always for the input. I'm flying with one phone line here now. So that's what happened. So I can't even, I can't accept multiple calls.
Yes, Jesus, don't get that attack crap with me. I have cut out it.
All right, Hortens, you're worse than me, but he at least them not hear me on public airwaves. No mind. All right, take it easy.
Yes,
Love. Okay, bye-bye. Yes. Locks, hello. Would have to take time with me. Don't forget that we're on a public radio, so we have to be very moderate. You know. Okay, please give me a call back. For some reason, My fingers couldn't do the trick. So welcome. It is the Monday Drive. I am not able to play any selections at the moment, and so we just have to roll with the conversation. So if you don't mind, that's what's taking place. Good evening to you.
Well, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well. How do you do?
I am fine. This is Dr. Roberts.
Hey,
I
Dr.
actually have my
J.
class
How
with me right now, but I couldn't miss this opportunity this evening.
Yes.
There are so many variables that comes into play when we talk about children being abused and adults and everything. I have lived in two worlds. I have lived in a Jamaica that doesn't exist anymore, and I live abroad almost 40 years now, so there's a lot of comparison that I can make. But my first thing is that the parents. Parents need parenting classes. Raising a child does not come with a manual, and a lot of parents who have children are themselves children. So they have no clue what to do. So it should start where, the parents need some help themselves. And one of my questions is, when that child was born, he was so innocent, you look at him, when did he become a monster? Because I've encountered some monsters that are children. Where did it go wrong? Did you see it coming? Could it have been nipped in the bud? There are just so many questions. But I think one of the things that we as adults need to be advocate for children. We just need to help up. I mean, a lot of people, I don't care, I'm not busy with them, not for them problem, but you know what? It's our problem, not just their problem. Because it's going to spill over in our life sooner or later.
Yes.
So if you see something, you say something. You might not be able to say to the parents or the relatives, but there are social workers. There are powers that be that you can bring attention to what is going on. But too many people turn a blind eye. I've been working with children for 50 years. And I'm telling you, I've seen it from the beginning to the end to the middle. As teachers, we are mandated to report anything that is going on with a child.
Yes.
But then you will have some people that say, I'm not doing it because we're not going to court, and they call me to court, and they'll turn a blind eye. And the children are just innocent and they suffer in silence.
Yes.
Don't ask me what I do to the perpetrators because it will be not legal. So I'll keep that to myself.
Indeed.
But some more stringent actions need to be taken. As I say, if they do certain things, put them up in a square in front of everybody and make an example out of them. So the other person that is thinking that same thought might say, you know what? I might not want to do this because I don't want my outcome to be like that.
Yes.
So I think all of us in this month should say to themselves, I am going to make an effort to help a child. A hug can go a long way. You see a kid and they're crying and you just walk past them. You don't care. So you should be able to really, really pay attention to them and help them when they can get help.
I thank you for sharing that.
Let's all reach out to children that need help. There are too many of us that just turn a blind eye. And we also need to reach out to the parents.
Yes. Thank you, Dr.
The bands in Jamaica are a different story, honey.
I know.
But, let us just reach out and try to help one child. If we can save one, we can save a lot.
Got you.
So,
thank you.
I'm so into this topic, but there's so many things that comprises this big one that you don't even know where to start. It's not an easy solution.
Yes. Thank you.
But you have to bite off small pieces and chew it slowly.
Agreed.
All right, Mama?
Thank you, Dr. J.
Have a good evening.
Yes, you too. All righty, bye-bye. Well, there you go. We continue with the conversation. Alrighty. 914-268-6148. 914-268-6148. Or I wouldn't even, 914-268-6148. It's all about our children. May is Child Month. Okay, let's see. Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Drive. May is Child Month.
Good evening, Lady D, and to the listeners.
Madam Pat,
Yes,
I'm gonna hang up and you redial because you're not routing through my board, which is not helpful. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna hang up, Uncle.
I'm telling you, my phone line is. Somehow my. Okay. All right, I do apologize. It's interesting when you're flying solo. There are so many moving parts. Let's see if we can do this now. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Lady D. Is it the reception any better?
Now we're talking.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. How are you, Lady D?
Good, good.
How was your Mother's Day?
It was all right. You know, I went to church and then went home and slept.
Yes, I heard that you must have been exhausted.
Yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm fine.
Wonderful. And good evening to all the listeners. And I was listening to young lady and most recently the doctor who spoke.
Dr.
And I
Jane.
must admit, I agree with young lady. I'm going to borrow one of the words that she used, poverty. Poverty, ignorance, and illiteracy can cause this kind of situation. But you know, I must say, ever since I was living in Jamaica as a young girl, there were some older men who seemed to think it's okay to prey on young girls. And most of the time, those older men get their own children, their own daughters, nieces, cousins, even their own sisters pregnant. And I don't think the government did a lot to address this situation. It is a stigma. And now it's 2025, and it has not got any better. You know? But, and I don't know if it's ever gonna get any better because it has become a chronic situation now in Jamaica. Even in the United States, I was passing on 4th Avenue once. There was a prominent Jamaican hangout on 4th Avenue between 2nd and 3rd Streets on the right-hand side. And I was passing that evening, and there were a bunch of men, maybe about 10. These are older men. And the young girls are passing by, and they're saying some nasty things. And looking at them, you know, I mean, it was just disgusting. My response is, you're too old for this. Don't you see these are young girls? These are your own daughters. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Or maybe I should call the police, you know, because you guys have gone a bit too far. And it has come to the point now where they feel it's okay to abuse these young girls, and then they kill them. I mean, as King would say, what kind of pleasure you get from, you know, sexually abusing a young child.
Right.
But as the doctor said, you know, the doctor, I don't want to misquote that, some of these young girls have been groomed at a very early age.
That was.
Did I misquote? Because I remember some years ago.
That was Marie.
Movie,
that was Marie.
Okay. Thanks for the correction.
Yes.
And when I watched the movie Dance or Queen, I don't remember if you recall that movie. And I saw in one scene where the mother, yes, the mother had pimped out, I have to use the word pimp out. She pimped out her daughter to the older man. And one evening, the young girl, young school age girl, she might have been about 15, 16, and she said she doesn't want to do it anymore. And the mother indicated to her, this is how you're going to get Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes.
And a lot of, yeah, and it really disturbed me. I still recall that, up until today. So we see how far back this behavior has been exercised. And so these young girls, yes, they have a problem with their self-identity.
Yes.
They need money, and they feel it's okay for them to dress provocatively to go to school. Granted, they wear, something appropriate when they're leaving the house. And then when they get to school, it's a different kettle of fish.
Yes.
Some of them, the eyelashes look like wings, bat wings, nails did. What are you going to school for? For a fashion show?
That.
Or you going to yeah, nails did, hair did, eyelashes did, and the bouquet did.
Oh, God. Yes, absolutely.
And you ask yourself the question, who are we raising? What are we raising today? Where are the morals? Where are the values? They've gone out the window. Oh, me. We have to take a different look. Yeah, we have to encourage mothers. We have to be able to speak to these children, because when we were growing up, it took a village to raise a child.
That's right.
You're passing on the street and Mrs. Jones or Mr. whatever see you and you step out of line, you're doing something out of line. Oh, Lord. By the time you get home, your parents already heard from one or two individuals your behavior.
Yes.
And worse, if you're in a school uniform, what? You wouldn't dare, have disgrace your school uniform. And so, as we can see, morals in society now have gone out the window.
Yes.
We don't know who we're raising, what we're raising these days, but may God help us.
Thank you,
as
Pat.
long as we can continue to help each other, okay?
Yes, I appreciate your input, your 2 cents. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you for allowing me to share my 2 cents.
No problem.
Okay. Have a good one now.
Same to
Bye-bye.
you. Alrighty, 914-216. I don't know why I'm stuck at that number. I do apologize. 914-268-6148. 914-268-6148. It's 23 minutes after 6 o'clock. I do apologize. I'm not able to get to my music this evening, so we'll just talk. It's intelligent conversation, very enlightening, and I am taking all the notes that I can and see where we go from here. Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Drive. May is Child Month. Hello? 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 Hello, hello? Hello? Alrighty, so I'm not hearing a thing going on there. Oopsie. Okay, you may give me a call back. But truthfully, though, these are very difficult times. Once, I was on air and I got a text from my nephew. Got a text from my nephew, and it said, let me go to the phone line. Good evening to you. Hello?
Good evening, Mrs. Green.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, great topic, and as you know, as you point out clearly, that May is Children Month, but we just have to look at the 12 month as Children Month because your preceding caller pointed out it does take a village to raise a child. Unfortunately, the villages them has been deteriorated in our society, but we need to return to them. And the church can be a very instrumental part. We don't want to leave everything just to the church, but at the same time, so many poverty has created so much dysfunctionality in families where, you know, we do need the group collective to really help out with the children because you have the single mothers, you have the mothers and the father who are there who are not really even dealing with each other the right way, how they're going to deal with their children.
Right.
And of course, the Dan them will take advantage of the picking them, you know. We need to get back to grassroots decency. Okay? Those principles that we learned when we were growing up, you know, there are lines to cross, you know. Your previous caller talked about how some men call into the little girls, them and all of them things. You know, it should just be there now where somebody in that group should say, no man, that's a little girl, and next man should be able to say that to another brother. You understand?
Yes.
So it's to establish that morality of decency. We need to get back to that decency, Mrs. Green. And that's what's lacking, not only in Jamaica, but also in this society, but more so in Jamaica because, again, the poverty then does breed a lot of the dysfunctionality of the families. I know you have a lot of calls coming in, but I just wanted to say, yes, we do need to return to the village concept of raising our children. They are our future.
Thanks, Al.
And happy, and I will say happy belated Mother's Day, but you did express how you feel about mother because that's something you will always feel because of the loss of your child, and that's just something you recognize. But of course, you are mother. You still mentor in a motherly way to a lot. So
yes.
I say happy belated Mother's Day.
Thank you.
You take care, my dear.
I appreciate.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, another caller was calling in. Again, I'm flying solo with one line, so be patient with me. 914-268-6148. 914-268-6148. You may give me a call back. I heard you. Now, the children's rights of the children. Right to survival. Locks allow them access to health care, nutrition, and safe living environment. Right to development. They deserve everything. Education, leisure, and cultural activities. The JCDC, to my caller, please hold. The JCDC, they were hosting, because, you know, they have the preliminary rounds that leads up to the Grand Independence that kicks off in August. And as I watched our Jamaican children dance, speech, drama, music, they were up into everything. Talent, so much talent. As long as I used to go to 4-H, I was a very busy and creative mind child. And the development over the years, why would people, a community, not want to see our children move forward, be progressive, be the nation builders? Why we think it's just a crude culture that has seeped into our society, and it is not changing. Because every time you find a community, it's either it has to do with the Don. It's either who sucking up to get all the little spoils that they're giving out. And when that happens, you know, they can't say anything. So even if a command is coming from above, the ones who are getting the little 20 and 1,000 and 5,000 and all those things, not going to say a word, but they're the ones on the ground who knows everything that's going on. And so the communities are in a deadlock. And that's why some children have moved out. Some children, people move them out. Because if you don't move them out, they may not be able to survive it. It's wicked. Wickedness. Good evening. Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Lady D. Green.
Hello there, Glovia.
Happy Mother's Day. I didn't know how you would thing there, but I heard you explain, so I can say.
Yes, that's fine. I'm better now.
My little penny's worth, because I knew you had a child. So I hope you had a happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Anyway, when I was growing, most of my community protected us. There were one and two there because even one of my big old cousins had suggested trying to do something, but Mom had warned me about certain things. So I warned him off.
Okay. Great.
And another one who his daughter was 6 months older than I am, same year, came with the same thing. And also I told him no. But I had a most protective community. Most of them were good. They would say, is Mr. B's child this or Miss Katie's child? And they would see me alone going to where I'm going, and I go if it's a shop or wherever and come back safe.
Okay.
Apart from those two. So, and they never touch.
Okay.
Because if Mom told me what could happen after a certain time, and I decided if you ever touch me, I'm going to tell Mom.
That's right.
So they never did. But most of my community, older men protected women too. Oh, Miss Kitty daughter, that time you run along, go to the shop or wherever I'm going.
Yes.
And come back. So that is my little penny's worth.
I appreciate
Thank you, and good program as usual.
Thank you. I appreciate the penny.
Give hubby a hug when you go home for me.
Okay. I will.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. All righty. Topic hot, 6:32 p.m., 914-268-6148. Is you have something burning that you want to talk about, call me. But as I was going through my talking points here, because, you know, when my husband comes up and he brainstorms and I say, hey, show coming up, you know, and thing. And then I get a chance to put my mind into how will this unfold when I bring it to you? And so I'm talking about right to protection for children. They have a right to be protected the same way as adults have a right to be protected. So we have to safeguard them, and we talk about abuse, whether it's verbal, physical, it's there because that messes up people, especially for that verbal abuse there, it can break you down. Neglect and exploitation, which is what we are experiencing here today. They have a right to be protected. And whenever you hear that in recent times, if you agree with me, if a child, if it is publicized, there's a alert that goes out, the first thing that pops in our minds, you know, the first thing we either say, Lord, let that child be okay. And if a few days pass and there's a search, we almost resort right away, even before it becomes public, that they are found dead. And I wonder to myself, as King rightly says, if I'm going to be killing you and I see a child just kicking and screaming and all of that, it doesn't impact that person that there's pain here. No. Their mind is so warped and locked into committing the act. It doesn't do any, it doesn't change. It doesn't change anything. So I as we had talked about it this evening, what are the takeaways? Because we can come back, God spare our lives, next May with some other something. And maybe we no reach no further. Can I put pen to paper? I can. I can write to the Gleaner and let them put it as an editorial. But a lot of people been doing that. It takes the people in Jamaica who live there and right here in foreign, or as we say, foreign, to do something. We can write and we can speak. And we sound like we really have it down pat. But truthfully, if the people, let's use Jamaica, since there is a recent headline here, if the people don't say, well, let's reinstitute the community watches, people would set up, take turns, create a schedule, put people on a shift, and watch their community literally sit up. But these days, and I know men used to be playing their dominoes in the community, so anybody who coming in, they can see that kind of thing. But these days, there's so many drive-by shootings that you wonder if that would even work. So what is the next master plan? Do they not say that, okay, we're going to have a watch? The watch can be done in secret. And they create a way to watch their community. But if the people in the community who are part of the perpetrating system and it's perpetual, that is hard to deal with, because then you don't know who you're talking to. Some of them are there just like a scorpion. They just crawl until they pounce. These things are deep, deep, deep rooted stuff that if some of us were to hear the plot that goes behind some of these things that they are doing to our children, we would cringe. Seriously, we would cringe. So we're wrapping up the show at 7 o'clock. But let's really, really think about it. Let's think about it. Who wants to get a bad phone call? A phone call that's knock, I like to say, the wind out of you. Because I know what it is like to get the wind knocked out of me. And it was just by natural causes that he died, my son. But you imagine somebody tell you they find your picnic over in a bush. One hand up, no, sir. Head over there, sir. No. Stuff down in a barrel. Who wants that? No, man. It's about time. And unless the government implement, we had hanging in. And then we say too brutal. So the very things that we oppose are the very things that take us out. Shall we take a break with a little music? I'm not able to play from my playlist, but thanks to, what we do and do well here. Yes. So I'll be right back. You stay with me. Don't go anywhere. The show must go on, Lady D. The show must go on. Don't forget, Inside the Zone, we are live on a Monday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Linkage Radio. And on Saturdays, have you heard about Saturday morning runnings? Boy, you need to come on over. Come on over. Come on over. So welcome, everyone. Some music for you. We've been talking a lot.
Virginia jail for my lover, $20,000 bills for my lover, 2 weeks in the Virginia jail for my lover, $20,000 bills for my lover, things that I do for love.
Want to say good evening, Tony. It's so nice to see you here, Tony. Thank you. If you're not yet a subscriber to Inside the Zone with Lady D on YouTube, there's no cost, just tap and subscribe. And share the link with someone. Let them know the topic is hot this evening on the Monday Drive.
So sing me passy, 2 weeks in the Virginia jail for my lover, $30,000 bill for my lover. Let's just be more than just friends. Oh, I'm falling in love with you. Hey, I'm falling in love with you. So, 2 weeks in the Virginia jail. $20,000 bills for my lover, things that I do for love. I climb the mountains if I have to. I risk my life for you if I have to. You. 2 weeks in the Virginia jail for my lover, $20,000 bills for my lover. Yo, oh man, yo, shining again, man. I'm gonna show you, man. Back to back, we are getting it already. Really, no. Now our crew, we have to big enough scenes, so just one step up in life and strive. Said we are here. Yes. Don't drink coffee, I drink roots, my dear. And I love my morning ride. You can see it in my motions when I walk. I'm a Jamaican in New York. See me walking down Church Avenue with my hat leaned to one side. You can see it when I walk. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Jamaican in New the day. Takes a man to make a stand. Sometimes get wild. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Nice enough a body can lead to notoriety. Pretty soon they'll know you as a don. Because we live so hearty, Babylon don't like we. Still we're gonna party till the sun. Hey, you don't stop, you proceed. Cause this is the rhythm and the rhyme you need. Shiny's gonna take the lead. Ah, yeah, I'm not sure, man. Well, I'll do now. Shocking madness does not make a man. And we're not the only ones with guns. Confront your enemies, outsmart them if you can. But if all else fails, you better run. Roughness maketh man, as someone said. He's the rude boy of the day. Takes a man to make a stand. Sometimes get wild. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Can't say me never did.
Yes. Music for you. We've been talking and talking and talking. It's 13 minutes to 7 o'clock. The show ends at 7. It is the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city. You walk, drive, and reside here on Linkage Radio. I also want to say that while we are having all these discussions, if you can share something that has impacted you the most of all the things that we have ever discussed centered around children and the way forward. I mentioned a while ago that I'm already taking notes. I can write an article. I can submit it to the editor for the Gleaner, for the Observer, even to the Star. Did you know that Star? Step up. Okay. And we can do all of that. I go back as I'm going to be saying, hey, if Jamaicans don't care about the people in their community, dog eat with supper. That's it. Our supper cook, warm up, everything you can think of. It takes a person in this space to say enough is enough. And we'll be featuring several other topics centered around Child Month. And our aim rather is to have interviews because, of course, we like to highlight what's going very well with our children. But man, the hard parts are the parts that impact us the most. Abdullah, how are you? Abdullah Farouk, it's so nice to see you. What hour of the day is it now, Abdullah? And where exactly are you tuning in from? You're in the taxi? Where are you tuning in from? So hi to you. But yes, I appreciate all of you and your thoughts and your concerns. On Thursday, so let me give you this bit of scoop. On Thursday at 6:15, my conversation via an interview will be with Danielle Brown. And Danielle, she is in the Democratic primary. So she is for the city court judge position here in Mount Vernon. Democratic for city court judge. And the Democratic primary takes place on Tuesday, June 24. And so my good friend Maureen reached out and said, hey, you want to give her an interview? I said, absolutely. So Danielle Brown is a Mount Vernon attorney, legislator, and advocate who knows the city, understands the community's challenges, and fights for fairness and justice for all. So we'll be talking to her this coming Thursday in the segment Open Discussion. And I would like for you to tune in, and the lines will be open at that time to ask her some questions. I'm looking forward to this interview. And it's a while I haven't done any interviews, so I'm looking forward to it. So Danielle Brown, she's Democrat for City Court Judge here in Mount Vernon. And I thought it's so appropriate that we are broadcasting out of Mount Vernon. This is something we should be doing, and we will be doing. So don't forget to tune in on Thursday for Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Okay. And also, just to remind you, the mayoral election is coming up. What do you think? Okay. All right. So, yes. We're wrapping up the show. It's 6:52 p.m. I got to get to some more music. And I just want to, we'll have to push. So because this children discussion took center stage on the show this evening in the Monday Drive, we wanted also to discuss unspoken wounds, understanding the resentment between adult children and their parents. Because there are some rocky relationships between parents and children, adult children. And we wanted to discuss that. We will move it to this coming Thursday. And that's what's going to happen. But sometimes we're very sensitive to what impacts you most in terms of a conversation. And if we find that there is a thrust that's causing you to want to speak about something, then of course we allow you. So can you imagine, we've been talking since about maybe 5:35, just like that, because I realized I had some difficulty playing what I came to play with. But hey, we went to something else. So we're going to wrap up, and looking forward to being back on Thursday to do it all over again here on the show. So we got some more music for you right here. And Bishop Isaacs comes up at 7 o'clock. So, after we have talked and talked, Bishop will just allow us to sail through with some prayer and all those things that are good. So I'm looking for something that I know you will like from what I have here for you. But of course, we want to thank you. You're always in our corner. Music right here on the show.
You know what I mean? With a hot cup of chocolate and some crackers upstairs. Yeah.
Some Frankie Paul, the late Frankie Paul for you.
She have a eye go juggy juggy.
Sure.
I go juvie juvie.
Where were you when this song came out?
Juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie. Juvie juvie.
You remember the dance?
Can't wash and cook for me, or wake me very early. I know she's got eyes to see that I'm the only one, Mr. Effie. Alright, she have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. She don't want no man nor her age. Oh no, 'cause maybe she's afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of what? I don't know. Girl, I really wanna let you go. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. Swing this way and that way and go round in circles. Try to make yourself look like a fool, like a fool. You wanna love Tom, Harry and Jack, and you don't know where it's at. No real love spot. Hey, she have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. Don't send no I go juvie to me. Remember, I'm the only one, Mr. FP. Send all of them to the one Pauline. She dip on the scene. Don't you see what I mean? Oh yeah. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. She walk downtown and she walk uptown. All the people on the street call her come around. She wanna talk to Mr. Brown. She wanna wear a crown. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie. She have a I go juvie juvie, juvie juvie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up. It's 6:57. I got 3 minutes to go. I'd like to thank Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant for sponsoring the show. And I'd also like to remind you that this coming Saturday, they have their fish fry. $35 for your ticket. And please support them. They always do such an exceptional work in our community, and they have their annual event coming up in June. So please support. Go by there this coming Saturday. Buy up your fish, lick your finger, whatever. And also thanks to Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, Chris Wilby, for airing the show on his platform. We are just doing our simulcasting and it's going very well. So want to thank you. Also to Julia Benaya out of Stewart Castle in Duncan's. Trelawney, thank you, Julia. This Monday's show, I'm sure your audience will find it very interesting because you're all in Jamaica and are hearing it. So this is for you. Take your notes and do what you have to do. And I'd like to thank DJ Linkage for really starting this radio station. And we are here providing you with information, music, entertainment. This is what we do here. So thank you, Dex. And also to say thank you, my audience, for being so faithful, tuning in wherever you are. We appreciate you. Without you, we wouldn't have a show. And I'm very mindful of that. So thank you. Looking forward to being here on Thursday for Center Stage and a lot of talk and music and fun. So please stick and stay right here with Inside of the Zone. Don't you go anywhere on Monday, Thursday, and looking forward to seeing you on Saturday morning for Saturday morning runnings. As always, a lot of love and blessings. And I'd just like to say to those of you who speak such very good English that I'm going to now be going around that way. I'm going to be going over there, up there, down there, across there, and around there. But for those of you like me who like to say, me a con go round, go on round, go along round, go up, go down, so go round, so go on in. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. I don't know if you have any fricassee chicken that you did yesterday with rice and peas. And we call everything salad. But with some nice carrot juice. But whatever it is that you had yesterday, I am hoping that today when you warm it up, it just got to taste even better than yesterday. So, I'm going to say blessings. And to those of you who are new to the channel, I'd like you to subscribe. Please subscribe. And don't forget to share it with someone and say, hey, Lady D, go on over foreigner, But nevertheless, I'm going to head home now. So blessings to you, and you. And this is how we say ta-ta, everybody, and have yourselves a great Monday evening. My name is Lady D Denise Gomez Green. I'm out of here.
I make my decision.